Hi everyone, so welcome back to your reading. Let's light our twin flame candle. Okay, let's do another twin flame reading. Not a twin flame reading, a twin flame, how do you say? A twin flame lesson, okay? I don't know what to call it. Education series on twins. You know, this is part 2. And I don't know, I just had the idea to do, or, you know, probably Big Tay told me to talk about signs. Because you guys are so confused. And we got a purple, I'm not showing the company. Showing my purple, yeah. My purple pen. So hopefully I'm finding the words today, okay? So signs. You guys are so confused about twin flame signs. Like everyone is thinking differently and everyone is thinking what signs are those of a twin flame, you know, guys? And most of you are like yeah, taking everything what other readers say on the internet and, you know, they could be right, they could be wrong, you know. I can tell you only from my experience, I say that again and again when I do these educational series here. This is my experience, this is what I know, this is what I got told by the universe, and that's what I want to give you, you know, as education, so you get a little bit more insight into the topic, okay? So I write down some signs and then I will talk about this. First wrong thing is the 11-11 thing, okay? I just want to talk about this. Many people say if you see 11-11, you are a twin flame. That's completely BS. Well, it's not completely BS, but you know, the thing is, you see 11-11 when you're awoken. That means when you awake to the universe. That means when you become spiritual. That means when you see signs, you know, let's say 11-11, you always look at the clock and you see 11-11, you know. Some people also see 11-22, you know, but those are not signs that you have actually are a twin flame or that you have a twin flame. It's a sign that the universe can talk to you, okay? If you are a twin flame, you know, when you know that you are a twin flame or you later find out that you are a twin flame, there are other signs, you know, and then you see 11-11, it depends on what other signs in that moment you see. You know, of course, there could be signs like, you know, I want to talk about my bowl because that's the most specific into reality manifested thing that happens, that when you can see exactly what a twin flame actually is. And if I would have seen, you know I'm a twin flame, so if the bowl manifested into reality, and then if I have seen in that moment when I picked up the bowl 11-11, then I know, okay, yeah, because I know I'm a twin flame, so I know, oh, okay, that was a sign from the universe. But it's not as if when you're not knowing if you're a twin flame or if you're questioning you are a twin flame, or when you see this for first time, it's not that this says you are a twin flame. This says you are awakened to the universe. That's very important, guys. But then again, if you are a twin flame, you can see these, of course, these signs in combination with your twin flame. Of course, you know, it's like when you look at a picture and you can look at the clock, it could be 11-11, and then it's, you know, that's why it's contradictory, you know, because some people that are twin flames, I mean, they are happy when they see 11-11 because this is a sign they get, you know, but it's actually not meaning they are a twin flame. It's meaning, hey, here's another sign for you. But they are happy because they are a twin flame, and they, you know, twin flames are happy when we get signs. It's not that common, you know, and it it progresses during your journey. Like I see now more signs than I did 3 years ago. Okay, so no, okay, I just want to do it like this. Next one, we have dreams. Yeah, many people say that dreams are confirmation that you are a twin flame. Well, no, I can just cross it out. Maybe when we've written down all these things on the board and then they all happen all at once, then maybe, you know. But dreams in itself are not a signifier for being a twin flame. Twin flames, as I said again, and please listen to my first lesson on this, twin flames is not the romantic fairy tale love that you're striving for. That's a soulmate bond. That's a soulmate love, you know. Twin flames are two people made from the same energy. They share an energy field. I also will do a reading on that, how that looks like. And that's why I bought this board in order to show it to you, to draw it. I'm not good in drawing. I'm not good in that. So, yeah. It's like many people come to me and say, yeah, I have dreams. Dreams mean nothing if your person is not with you. So there are different kind of dreams. We have the dreams that are like sexual dreams. I just write it like this. No, okay? I always tell this, souls, when they meet in dreams, they never have sex, you know, they never do, because this is not known. You're merged. You're merged as a soul. You don't need to have sex, you know, you always have together. Sex is a physical pleasure, an earthly pleasure that has nothing to do with the 5D world. That's why I always think it's funny when people talk about astral, you know, it's just not possible. It's like very fun, but this is like their unconsciousness making these things up, because this is an earthly pleasure, you know. This is something that yeah, something that happens, you know. Something that happens, and it's coming from your unconsciousness, you know. So you won't have this with your twin flame, okay? Yeah, you could have this again. Once again, I just want to give an example, because if you are a twin flame, okay, if you know you are a twin flame, of course your unconsciousness knows too. So of course you can, your unconsciousness could make up sexual dreams. Of course, why not, you know? So that's not even, it's hard to distinguish, you know. You cannot say if you have, for example, sexual dreams about our boys that you are twin flame. No, okay. Also, soul dreams. I just call them soul dreams. Soul dreams are when there will be a message or something, you know. Soul dreams are, for example, when the boys come into your dreams and you dream of the boys. It's not something sexual, and they talk to you and they give you a message, you know. Or you have one dream that you dream every time again with one of the boys, then they are called soul dreams, you know. But it's not a long dream. It's something where you remember everything, you know. And we army, we have a lot of soul dreams, because I said this before, because we are all soulmates of the boys. That means each and every one of you has one of the boys as a soul advisor. That means they need to come in your dreams in order to advise your soul. I will also do the reading on who is your soul advisor for 2021. I still have to read it. I'm sorry, but I will do that. Okay, so check that out. Who is your soul advisor in 2021 for our boys? Okay. So this I call soul dreams. It's when you get advice, when you meet up with the boys just to feel happy, when you get a message. It's not meaning this one that comes in your dreams and gives you a message is your twin flame. No. Yeah? Okay, the one dream, like, but it's not actually giving you a twin flame vibe. It's like a dream that I had with my DM, you know. It's like when you have a soul dream, you know, when you have a soul dream with a person, you see them, and then you meet your divine masculine, you know, or you see them as I have seen my divine masculine on TV, and they talk about the same dream that you have without you talking to them about this. So it's like in real life, you guys would meet up and you would tell your DM, oh my gosh, I had a dream about us. We were doing this and this and this and that. And then this person would be saying, oh my gosh, no way, I had the same dream. And then they talk about this, and you know, of course you need to let them talk, otherwise they could fool you, you know. But then you see like parallels, and that's happening with my twin flame. So that's one big signifiers. So we could write here soul dreams, but only both experienced. And this is a thing. Normally, if you don't have contact to your divine masculine, you don't know about this. So you would not even know about the dreams if you have dreams with them. You know, I was lucky that my DM is in the public eye, and he talked about it at a concert, you know. And I talked about this in my personal story. You can check that out. It's on my playlist where I talk about my personal signs. It's when me and my DM, we had exactly the same dream, but we were on different, like in the dream we were on different ends, so we could not find each other. But he doesn't know that I had the same dream, but I know he had the same dream, okay? So this could be an indicator, you know, that if you talk to your DM and they tell you, well, I had the same dream, and then you're saying, oh my gosh, you know, that's of course an indicator, but not those two here. Okay, what else? Signs like feathers, synchronicities. It depends what message they give. In your twin flame journey, you have this on a normal basis, like twice, 3 times a week. You get feathers, you get synchronicities, but alone, without this, for example, without the soul dreams, both experiencing, or without things manifesting into reality, no. This is not an indicator of a twin flame, okay? Because people that are awake, people that can speak to the universe, also other people, there are readers on YouTube that don't, you know, not every reader on YouTube is a twin flame. Not every reader even believes in twin flames, you know. And right now even there is something going on that everyone wants to shame on twin flames. That's just because I think the universe is preparing twin flames and they just want to get the real twin flames, you know. That's why right now there's like many people that don't like this term. Okay, so feathers and synchronicities, it's the same as 1111, you know, this ties together. This is one and the same. It means that if you get feathers and synchronicities, you know, if you know that you are in twin flame bond, yeah, of course, those are messages, and you have to think, okay, what did I think right now? You know, what have I dreamed? Of course, then soul dreams are also a messenger, you know, but you have to have all these other important signs that happened, you know, or that happen. Otherwise, feathers and synchronicities are not an indicator for being in a twin flame journey, okay? Then you need to have an awakening first. You're not a twin flame if you're not awoken, but that's sure, you know, that's one part. You need to be awakened to the universe. You need to get feathers. You need to see synchronicities. You need to see 1111. You need to have these dreams. You need to think about the universe, of course, you know. That's what happens before. Yeah, you have had, or you had to have an awakening before you becoming a twin flame. Or as you know, I talked about in my last reading, you awaken with a masked twin or a fake twin. Yeah, but then before your real twin comes in, you are awoken. This happens first. First step, you are awakening to the universe, and this can happen to all these things. Soul dreams, feathers, synchronicities, 1111, okay? Do you understand what I mean? You are awakening, okay? Then you go on your soul journey, and this is a very hard step. You do a lot of shadow works, but that's what everyone else who's also not necessarily has to be a twin flame is doing. You know, you do a lot of shadow work, and your yeah. Then you have a tower moment. The tower moment, the first tower moment is this awakening. And you have a second tower moment. Yeah, this is when you actually realize, you notice your twin flame. You notice your real twin. This comes when the real twin hits you. This tower moment comes usually with a manifestation into reality, like my bow. manifestation. I just have to look if I write it right, you know. So you have the first Tower moment with the awakening, and there will be a moment where all these things happen at once. Like when I got awakened to my real twin after my fake twin, because I had the awakening with a fake twin, and then the Tower moment came when I found out who is my real twin. All these things come together as a big thing. Plus, you know, there will be a manifestation into reality. In my case, it happened. I also talked about this. There were two big manifestations, two major manifestations. About the one I don't want to talk, but about the other one that happened, I talked. This was when Teangi was in Malta, and I talked about this like on my journey log, you know, what is in my playlist. Please look that up, my personal playlist. You know, I was so afraid that he is not with the boys, so I didn't know why my body was shaking. I had like a Tower moment, like my body was really shaking. I had goosebumps all over, and I was wondering why in the heck would I see a famous person not being at the airport and having such a strong reaction in my body. I didn't understand it. Then I went and put down my cards, and my cards told me exactly that one of his grandparents died, you know, that day. So, and 3 days later, Big Hit confirmed this. So this is a manifestation, something in reality, because I put down my cards, you know, came into reality. And this was a Tower moment with the other manifestation I had, what I'm not talking about. And all these signs and synchronicities were happening. Like this was like going on like some days, okay? And it's like you feel overwhelmed and you feel drained. You feel so much strained because there's so much power taking out of your energy. You could also have a Kundalini awakening. I never had this. I'm just saying, because some people tell me the Tower moment when they meet their real twin could be in a Kundalini awakening. It could be at a sexual meeting when you meet in 3D, because for me it was different, because I cannot meet my real twin in 3D, you know, I couldn't. So they had to do this Tower moment differently, but it was a manifestation, you know. If you have a 3D twin, meaning you have met your twin in reality, you know who it is, you could have this Tower moment within sexuality, within a Kundalini awakening, something manifesting in reality in 3D, where you exactly know after this is your twin, and you don't doubt. You don't doubt, okay? Yeah. Also, you know, the whole thing with the awakening, also you become more interested in the universe than other people. You become more interested in card reading. It's like you're almost obsessed. I'm more interested in tarot. I just write tarot down. I mean, card reading is like everything, the divine tools, you know, because you want to speak to the universe. You have the urge. Yeah, there is like an urge to speak to the universe. You don't have this when you're just awakening. Urge to speak to the universe, because, and I know many of you have this urge. I mean, that's in itself, again, it's not a twin flame sign. It's not a twin flame sign in itself. Like you guys, there are many of you who are, you know, you're awakening and then you become more interested in tarot. You're obsessed about card reading. You're obsessed about YouTube tarot readings, or you even learn tarot yourself. This could, you know, that doesn't have to mean you are a twin flame. But all these things that I'm talking about together again, yes, you know what I mean? Hopefully I can make this clear to you, how this everything fits together, because there are not like this sign and this sign and that sign. It's all of this together, you know? And the most important thing is this, what you guys never, or many of you don't even have. This is the manifestation. It's like, you know, you're talking about feathers, you have soul dreams, you have synchronicities, you have had an awakening, you maybe had a Tower moment, but you had a Tower moment in actually only in knowing, you become interested. You can have all these things, but as long as you don't have a manifestation into reality, meaning, you know, something that I will talk also a little bit later now, you are not a twin, you know. So you become more interested in tarot, urge to speak to the universe. You also spend all your money on tarot readings. You buy tarot decks, you want to read it, because as a twin, you have a soul task. So there's something, you know, you get prepared for your soul task. This is so important because this is what not everyone is going through. You get prepared for your soul task. That means that, you know, when I started this journey in 2017, my business was, there was no corona, you know, I had so many students. I had like 50 students that I had to tutor. It was so much. That's, it's not like it is now, because now everything is like, you know, you don't know where it's going. Like everyone, you know, the people, the economy is breaking down. Like, it's very terrible right now, the times for businesses like me, you know. But like in 2017, my business was going really good. I had so many students, I hardly had time to do anything more. I even worked the complete Saturday, complete Sunday. I don't even know now anymore how I found time for my private life, because I worked like almost 7 days a week. I was a very hard worker, or I am a very hard worker. You see this here, how many readings I throw out. I am a very hardworking, committed person when it comes to job. And so I don't know why, but in this time where I worked like all week, I even found time to look for a tarot reader course where I could go each weekend. You know, I had to cancel my tutoring, and I had to do like additional, I don't know, you know. It was terrible. I had like, I somehow found the time in between on Saturday and Sunday when I had courses with my students. I somehow found the time to go on a tarot reading course and learn all this, what we're doing here, you know, learn to read tarots. Because of course I I taught myself a lot before, but I wanted to be really professional, so that's why I wanted to have a certificate. And I spent like almost all money I earned, I spent on this tarot course, you know, because it was very expensive. And I did this, and I have no idea why I did this, you know. It's like you do this, and you have this drive to do this, but you have no idea why, because your life is full, you know. You don't need to do this. I don't need to read tarot. In itself, it's not a twin flame sign, you know. You get prepared for your, well, yeah, you get prepared for your soul task, it is one. But it's like going to a tarot course, of course, it's not a twin flame sign, but in itself, this is the way it works, you know. Okay, what else? You get prepared for your soul task, and also 1 or 2 years later, it happened for me, but mostly it happens like, let's say 1 year later, 1 year after awakening. 1 year after awakening, I say circa, you know, because I'm not really sure. This could be different for anyone. For me, it was 1 till 2 years after the awakening. There will be a third tower moment, which is your soul task. And can you see this? And this in its like all these things together, like the soul task is only a twin flame sign when you have, you know, when you experience all these things before, you know what I mean? I hope you can get it, what I wanted to say. So this third tower moment is like out of nowhere. Because when you become more interested in tarot, you have to urge to speak to the universe. You get prepared for your soul task, meaning you do all, like in my you know, this is my soul task. This channel is my soul task. So I was learning to read tarot. This soul task can be different for anyone. I just want to say, you know, some people get interested in health and they change their job to healthcare. You know, they do all these courses to learn about healthcare. Or, you know, some of you are construction workers and then they feel called to learn different languages, and they don't even know why, and they are getting prepared to be you know, a translator, maybe, I don't know. There are different soul tasks on the planet. Not everyone is a tarot reader, you know, but mostly those are spiritual tasks, you know, but they don't have to be. But you know, when you get prepared for your soul task, and I get to these readings, I look up readings on the internet, I listened to readings about me and my divine masculine, I knew that somehow twin flames, after studying this, you know, we're talking about here 1 year after awakening, I already studied all this, you know, so I knew a soul task will be coming, but I was thinking I am already in my soul task, because I was told, or by spirit, you know, by Big T, that my soul task has something to do with young adults, with children, young adults. And that's exactly my tutoring group, you know, my tutoring group, my children that I tutor in math are young adults, you know, and children, of course. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm already in my soul task, you know. I didn't know that my soul task is this. I thought my soul task is tutoring. So I was like, let's say we're talking about 2018 here. I remember, you know, me going to my friends and telling them, you know, I think I'm already in my soul task. What should it be? Everyone is saying twin flames do get a soul task out of nowhere, like that it's coming, and I am already in my soul task. I'm a tutor for children, you know. I was totally 100%, 180% sure I'm already in my soul task, because I chose my tutoring, you know. This was a job I chose to do in my life. I love to do, this was my passion. And so I thought, you know, all the things that are my passion, they very fit to my job. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm already in my soul task. But no way, guys. This like takes you out of nowhere. Yeah, I had a third tower moment. I'm not talking about the story because it's very significant. It's also a manifestation that came into my life. It was really crazy. I thought I was going crazy, and this catapulted me right into doing and opening up this channel. And this was around the same time Taehangi had depression. So the tower moment, or he said he had, you know, when he couldn't sleep, the tower moment is usually experienced on both ends. How they experience, I don't know. You know, how it is with him, how he experiences this. So this is mirroring, you know, the whole time it's mirroring, but I don't know what it is for him. You know, maybe it's for him acknowledging that he's not feeling good the moment I opened up this channel, you know. And I also wrote, I remember when I opened up the channel, his mood changed from one day to another. Like you can see, November 22nd, they had this concert. And the day before, he was doing this video where he talked to Army, said he cannot sleep, he wants to drink milk. He looked very sad. And so the next day, like I opened up this channel in this night, and the next day at this concert in Japan, he was like going crazy. He was so sexual and dancing and happy and laughing and being happy. So it was a complete 180 degrees change. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, so this is felt. This is felt as a positive energy for the other person, okay? Whenever I'm doing something good, something on my journey that's meant to be, the other person is really happy, you know? It's like, or whenever he does something that's changing, I am very happy. So it's like, you know, it's mirroring. It's completely mirroring. Okay. Now let's talk about this manifestation. I want to tell you something that's really, really, really signs from a twin flame is when your twin flame talks about the same things that you are talking, or is like answering you, you know. I had this one example I can tell you I already told on my other soul video that I did about my own journey. I was talking with a friend one day. It was one day before Hobie's birthday, and I talked about this story because I was talking to her, and I don't know, we were having a chat, you know, and she said, well, do you think he knows who you are? And I said, no, why should the real Taehangi know who I am? This is just not possible, you know. And she said, well, maybe his soul, his higher self knows. And I said, well, that could be, but I have no idea, you know. I don't know. It was a time when I did not have opened up this channel, I did not speak to Big Tay yet. You know, this is coming. This was before Big Tay happened, but he was around in my energy field, but I did not channel him like here. So, or he talked to me, you know. So that was so cute. And the next day, you know, when Hobie had birthday, many of you remember that Taeyangi wrote a line, and I just saw a line, you know. It was just a sentence in Korean, you know, and I pressed translation, and I didn't know from, you know, from who of our boys the message was. One sentence always looked like Yoongi, so I was thinking it is Yoongi's birthday message for Hobie, so I clicked on it, and it says, yes, I know who you are, I love you. Like twice, I love you, I know who you are, I love you. And I was like, what? It's like, oh my god. It was like a complete, like an answering of what I did before and I talked about with the friend, you know. So it was like really, really crazy. I was like falling from my chair. It was like, wow, I've never experienced something like that. The funny thing is, when you look up the translation now, many of you, many army told me that they've seen this translation. They also clicked on the translation. And the minute I read, I love you, I know who you are, I love you, I know it was Big Tay. Like, I didn't know that his name was Big Tay then, but I know it was his higher self. And he told me, I know who you are, I love you. And I was like stunned, because I was like, okay. That was like the first time Big Tay came into my life. Yeah, so it was like a fourth tower moment, you know, when their higher self appears. So we put it down, because I'm pretty sure that the higher self always appears of the other person. Higher self comes or appears in dreams or in, you know, it's like a really, it's a manifestation, guys. It's something like that, where you're pretty sure. And I think always the higher self of, like, for me, it's not my higher self, it's his higher self that guides me. And for him, it's my higher self that guides him. So actually his angel is probably my higher self, you know. So I have no idea. I have not talked to Taeyangi in real life in 3D, but I'm pretty sure that because his higher self is like guiding me, that my higher self is like guiding him. It's his angel, you know. So this is like the fourth. Now we have 4 tower moments already. And it's just 1 or 2 years gone by, you know. This is like a real time. We're not talking about here in 1 or 2 months, guys. This is like 2 years, you know. So let's move on. It's like already so much. Okay, you have read everything, I think. Let's move on. It's like I feel like in school. This is how I work with my students, but I'm writing math on it, not not anything else. If anyone is interested in doing math or getting math tutored, please tell me. I love math. So there's a dog hair from my doggy. Okay, what else? Yeah, you're getting like this, the tower moment of your soul task is coming completely different work than what you're doing before. Also, during the whole process, you're changing 180 degrees change. That means you change your outlook, you change your hair color, you change like how you look like, you change your what you like to eat. It's like really things that you would not change if you're not in a twin flame. Like, you know, normally if you change, of course you could change your hair color like on a normal basis. You know, many people love change or change the style, of course, but you never change like eating habits. That's like when you're pregnant. You know this, guys, when you hear about people talking when their pregnancy is like when they suddenly completely during the 9 months their whole behavior is changing, eating is changing, food taste, what you love is, that's all changing, guys. Really, I'm like eating now things I would never have eaten before. Really, it's really true. Also my clothes style changed from I was wearing very tight clothing where my body was showing. Now I like loose clothing. I don't, and I love to wear barefoot. I did not do this before. And this came in even in 2017 already, when I didn't even know that Taeyangi was my twin flame. So you guys cannot tell me like, well, maybe that's because you know what Taeyangi's habits are. No, it was changing like in 2017 already, when for the first time my mom was really pissed at me because I was walking around barefoot, and she was constantly thinking I'm you know, I should wear my shoes, that because when I visited her, because I was constantly moving around without shoes, and she's like, no, you're getting a cold, what, where are your shoes, what's wrong with you, you know? And I was like, for the first time, like, hey, okay, I don't know what's going on, I like to do that now, you know? And I'm a person, I don't question it much, I'm just doing what I want to do, you know? So this is coming in, like, you're completely changing, yeah? You're completely changing what you like. Also, taste in men change completely, yeah? It's like before you might have liked a certain type of guy. After your twin flame, you know, you only love the outlook of your twin flame. You're like completely 100%. Like, you will never, like, the look of your twin flame is like everything. I mean, if we're talking about the boys here, because I know many of you army are sitting there and saying, oh yeah, that's true, because you know, my twin flame, if one of the boys is my twin flame, of course they look, you know, how I like it. Yeah, right. I mean, there are idols, you know, they probably wouldn't have a look that, you know, so I couldn't is best or the ultimate. I cannot take this really as a twin flame sign, because that's like every one of you saying this. So it depends on who your twin flame is. But if you, let's say, if we're talking not about being twin flames of the boys, but let's talk about being twin flames of a normal guy out there. If you ask the divine feminines, they're like completely in love, you know? Even if you look at this guy and you're thinking, huh, why is she thinking this guy looks the best? Your twin flame is always the best looking, and this is because you chose the look of your twin flame. This is funny. I found that out. Big T actually told me. I did a good job. Right? I always laugh about this. I did a really good job. I know the taste of like 80% of the women on this planet. Yeah, you chose the look of your twin flame. That's how you recognize each other. It's like, you know, some people say, of course, when you look into each other's eyes, you know exactly who your twin flame is. But it's also that you know exactly who your twin flame is when you have nothing to say bad about a word about their look. You know, if we meet a guy, of course, there's 1 or 2 or 3 things that you might not really like on theirs. Let's say only looks. We're only going here with looks. But on your twin flame, you're like 100% in, you know, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy is like my dream. It's like a mold. It's like a mold that you molded that's coming to life, you know. So with all the other signs, yeah, you know, not alone. So, what else I have to think about? Yeah, you feel married. This is a very important part. What you don't have when you have a crush. Well, some hard crushers feel married, but feeling married is different in different ages, okay? I'm over 40, you know, guys. I have no idea what being married feels like because I've never been married. But I had a long-term relationship for about 10 years, and we lived together 10 years. So I think that's pretty close to being married. So I have an idea of how it feels to be married. And this is from the moment you know you awaken to your real twin. You feel married. You feel complete. You feel this is your one. You feel their presence. Okay? And this is very strange. The only people who sit here now, you know, like you guys, who really had a long-term connection, let's say 7+ years, where you really, well, I don't want to say that 3 years doesn't feel like being married, but 3 years, I mean, that's not much being together, you know. I'm like together with my twin flame in spirit for 3 years, and it feels like we just met. You know, being together, I mean, like, you know, when you have a long-term boyfriend, let's say for 7+ years, you know how it feels. to be with that person, wake up with that person every day, go to sleep with that person every day. You feel a presence and you feel married. You're not interested in any other guy. You know, you are not interested in dating. That's important, because that's different when you are a soulmate. Because you have to go, you're not, let me write first before I cannot talk and write at the same time. You are not interested in others, you know, in dating. That's different. Like if you have a crush, of course you're interested in dating. Of course you find other boys sexy or good looking. But if you are in a twin flame connection, no, you are done. You know, you would even go out of a single dating site. You would log out, you know, you would delete your profile. If you would have a profile before and you're awakening to your real twin, you go out. That's different though for a fake twin, guys. I'm telling you. That's when I also knew the difference between the fake twin and the real twin. With a fake twin, this runner-chaser stuff, you can also look at guys and you feel drawn to others. That's the thing that's very interesting, because that's different. You could also date, because some people, you know, in this runner-chaser thingy that's going on, they marry other women, and you know, the two fake twins, they marry other people, and then they think, why my twin flame is married, so I have a third party, I have to wait. No, it's not your twin flame. If you have a twin flame, you feel married, you're not interested in dating. You don't even look at others, and you have no idea why that is. And I think it's the same for the masculine. I only think if the masculine is a little bit behind, sometimes, you know, it depends on how awoken they are. I really don't know, because I cannot talk to Taeyangi. We have to ask him when he comes to our channel, you know. We have to ask him. He has to do the same here. So Taeyangi, if you're watching, this is your job. Your job when you come in, you can do that with the army. How he was feeling in that moment, you know. Because I know, like we're mirror, like 100%, so I think it's the same. It's like you're not interested in others. If you have a karmic connection, like if the universe brings in someone for you and you fall in love while feeling this, you can be sure. Or if you fall in love, you're not feeling this, maybe you're falling in love, and you can be sure it's not working out, you know. Because twin flames are always drawn to each other, because the drive to meet each other, the longing for this energy field to be one, will drive them away from any partner. And I could never imagine, guys, never, and I'm in this for 3 years now, and it's even getting stronger. It's like if you are married, you feel more and more and more bound. The more years go by, the more bound you feel to your person. And this is not what you're having. Like if you're having a crush on a celebrity, this is not what you're feeling, guys. You never feel married. Like I had a crush on like Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block, you know, when I was 12 years old in 1990, and I had this crush for like, let's say 5 years. Even if they were long gone, I still had a crush on him. But I never felt married, guys. Even if at that time I didn't know what married feels like, but no. This is a completely different feeling. I was even longing to meet someone like him, or to meet another guy, to be in this lovey-dovey-doo loving thing. But here in the twin flame, you don't want this with anyone else. You don't want it, you know, and that's a big indicator. That's like one of the big ones. And you hold the space. You completely hold the space. That means you don't date. You just be okay. And this is the thing where most of you will not, like here you are out, you know, because no one will hold the space for someone that's not even there. They're not even met in real life for like, let's say 10 years. So we're seeing, you know, I'm doing the journey for 3 years now. We have to look, you know, we have to look how it progresses. But I can tell you from my mind as I'm thinking now, no, I cannot imagine even in 10 years having someone else on my other, like on my side other than him. Even if he's not coming, you know, you hold the space and you are happy. You are not unhappy. You are happy because you are in your soul task, and this is a very big indicator with all the other things. You hold the space, you are happy. And if we're talking to army that are like 15, 16 years old, guys, you cannot really say those things, you know. That's what I also want to say, because many told me, oh yeah, you know, I'm a twin flame because I hold the space. I have never dated. I'm not interested in dating. I just want to date Cookie. You know what I mean? Let's say this. This is totally, don't get me wrong, but it's totally BS, because you are like 16, 17, 18 years old, or let's say 19, 20, and you have never dated in your life, then you cannot know how it feels to be married. And, you know, when the first person's coming in and you are interested, that's when you know, of course, you're not a twin flame, because that's why I always say the universe would not awaken you to the twin flame journey if you are a young adolescent or a teenager. It's just not possible, because how would you hold a space until you're like 50 or 40 and then they come in? Do you want to stay a virgin like all your life? I mean, nothing wrong with being a virgin, you know, but it's like, this won't happen, you know. The universe would not give you this burden, because as a teenager or as a young adult, you won't know how it feels to be how it feels to feel married. And also the universe wants you that you do these, you know, in your life. You are here on as a soul to have to gain experiences, and also dating and having a stable boyfriend, a stable relationship is part of experiencing life. So the universe would never bring a twin flame in. That's what I'm always saying, and you guys don't believe me. Would never bring a twin flame in for people in their 20s. That's just impossible, because how would you hold the space for like 30 more years? You know, mostly twin flames are over 30, over 40, the divine feminine when they awaken. Yeah, so it could be different for the divine masculine, of course. I mean, they're probably always younger, so maybe they get karmics sent their way because they have to learn or focus on other things. I don't know that, because I'm not well, I have the masculine energy, but I'm not, it's hard to explain to you. I'm not the divine masculine in this case, you know. My divine masculine, I'm the masculine energy, but I'm not the divine masculine. It's hard to explain, yeah? I do that in another reading. But it could be different, you know? But I don't want to talk about this side, because I can only talk from my experience, from my own side, you know? So all these things coming together, and then the most important sign that I want to talk at last, and then we have like 1 hour, is the manifestation. If that does not happen, you are not a twin flame. And this is like, no one knows about this except the people like me who experience this. And I don't think there are many people out there. It's like with my bow, you know, I did the bow reading, and the bow came into, I did the bow reading on December 26th. You can check that out. It's basically talking about the reading, having you know, the divine feminine needs the magic bow in order to, you know, to shoot the arrow that Cupid shot into the divine masculine. So the divine masculine is awakened to the journey then, and the divine feminine has this magic bow and is able to manifest this person. On January 1st, it was very funny, because it was January 1st. I looked up the timeline this morning. It was January 1st when I found the bow. And then I did, you know, I showed you in one of my readings the bow, and I also posted a picture of the bow. It's nothing that significant, but if we're talking about manifestation, I did the reading first, you know, and then this bow appeared like somehow in my life as a 3D bow. And this is like a sign, you know, and then with all these signs that come around it, this is a manifestation into 3D. That happens, you know, when you talk about something, and then this happens afterwards. So if you're not experiencing things like that you talk about something, that you put your cards down, and then the next day or the next 2 days or 3 days or 10 days or 14 days, the same thing is happening. Let's say you put down in the cards, I don't know, someone will visit you the next, not someone, like your friend will visit you, and you see the friend in the cards, like the same exact friends you see in the cards is coming the next day to your door, the same exact friend though, That could be a manifestation into 3D, but then you have to have all the other signs too in order to be a twin flame. You know what I mean? So it's very, very, very complicated. And I hope with all of this, you know, that you somehow got the idea of what a twin flame is. And next time we're doing another another lesson that I want to do about twin flames. I hope I could express myself here good and well. I hope you liked it. I hope you have a more idea of what a twin flame is. And yeah, you know, I wish you all the best, my purple lights. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And I see you again in my readings the next days. Okay, bye guys.